Okay, we're going. Getting ready to go live. There we go.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Wednesday Wellness. My name is Rone Brummett, and I am so excited to be here today with Jared Jarvis and Leanne Mason. And we do this every Wednesday just to be here to bring fun educational information to you guys about health and wellness. We are not doctors. We cannot diagnose or treat. We are educational enthusiasts,
Oh,
advocates.
there we go.
We are excited to be here. And today we are talking about small n. And one of the reasons for that is I have recently made several changes. I started working out this really amazing group fitness place. And on the same day, also started working part-time for a friend who just needs some help. And it's just been a lot, like a lot. And today, when my trainer was trying to push me to go just a little bit further, I was like, nope. And he sees what looks like a strong, capable person, and he's like, yeah, let's push that. But what he doesn't feel is what's going on in my body because I haven't been doing these things. In the past, I've been all in and I'd have been like, yeah, I can push it. And then I just keep re-injuring myself. So we were talking about before we started this, we're like, let's talk about small n and how small n can help you. So Jared, what does small n mean for you?
For me, it's doing those incremental steps and celebrating those incremental steps. Sometimes it's not just to go, okay, and check that box, but to actually be able to say, hey, I'm awesome. And the people around me are awesome. And we're doing great things because we're taking action. And it doesn't always have to be those big actions. Those little things make a huge difference as we're moving in the right direction. Now, if I'm moving backwards, then I probably need to, at least put on the brakes or at least, turn the steering wheel. Because, and this is something I'm so excited. I get to start teaching my almost 15-year-old son how to drive before too long. We're not going out on major roads or anything like that. But one of the first things I've always taught my kids when they start driving is it doesn't matter how much they turn that steering wheel. If it's not moving somewhere, that car's not going anywhere. And so you can be going through some of the actions, but sometimes you have to be in motion. And so even if it's little bits of motion, that can be compounded as we start to do more and more little things towards getting towards our goals.
Absolutely. How about you, Leanne?
So I love that. I want to give acknowledgement to Angela Lapia, because this is where Rone and I learned about small ends was from her. And the small, sustainable, and that's the key, sustainable changes over time give the biggest reward, right? If you can't maintain it, you're not ready to move to the next step and add something in. So some of it kind of came about last night. I loved last night. If you missed it, you missed a phenomenal class. My husband actually shared, which is awesome. But he shared how over time he's heard things. And so as he's heard it, something came up and he tried it. That was his small in, is finally trying one of the things that I'd been recommending for years. He finally was like, okay. And then something else happened. He tried something else. And now he totally is a doTERRA dude. He uses them daily. So he didn't go all in. And often with our clients or other wellness advocates, they go all in and then they burn out.
Yes.
And to avoid the burnout, you make small, sustainable changes over time.
Yes. Absolutely. So our question for you guys is, what small changes are you trying to work on, and how can we support you in doing those?
Oh, I
For
love that.
me, I am getting back to me and my health. And so that's why I started working at this gym where it's great because it's group fitness, but the coach comes by and like makes adjustments, and it's the little small adjustments that make such a difference to be able to isolate those muscles, right? So having somebody who's there to guide me, who's an expert in that, has been my small in. What small ins are you guys choosing right now?
So I am choosing a small in with Joseph, and we are meeting with a different nutrition coach to see what additional things we can add to what we're already doing to take our nutrition to the next level. As you guys make changes, sometimes your body then gets used to those and they plateau, right? And so when you hit that plateau, your body needs something different to change it up. Well, I've taken the knowledge that I have, and we've been doing that. And we did really great. And now it's time to bring in a new expert to kind of change it up. So May 1st, we're going to start regularly meeting with a new nutrition expert that does things through macros, which I haven't done macros before. So going to learn a little bit more about macros and how that works individually with each person in my family. So we're changing it up. But the small in is starting the conversation now so that we're preparing ourselves so that like the first happens and it's not, that's when we get all the information, right? The next couple of weeks is going to be the foundation, getting that foundational information. So come the first, our menu is set for the first week and those different things. So sometimes the small in needs to be the planning phase.
Absolutely. Jared, how about you?
You know what? I love what you're saying there about planning. You know, that's something Shar and I have been doing and really focusing on as a team is figuring out, okay, what are the things that we need to be aware of? Because sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And so when we're looking at, you know, the team or different aspects of our lives, we've realized that there are things that, you know, in the big picture while we're planning and we've got these goals and things that we're working towards, sometimes we don't know what we don't know. And so,
Absolutely.
really taking that opportunity to step back a little bit, look at things, and be able to refocus then with a bigger picture, a better understanding of where that pathway is leading us, whether it's in our health, with our family, with our business, and all the different things that we're doing. I think that it's been really beneficial for us to take that opportunity and not stop our other things that we're doing, but really take that opportunity to say, okay, with the things that we're doing, how can we enhance this? What's something we can do to maybe, you know, just step it up one tiny little extra step and keep that moving in a positive direction?
I love that. So Mary shared on this and I love it on our comments. Any movement is lapping those on the couch,
Very
right?
true.
So true. And then she said she is reading about the oils so she can learn what will help her. So reading about one oil a day is fantastic. And doTERRA's website has great stuff as well as additional resources.
So this book is such a good book. I'm working part-time as a medical assistant at a hormone clinic, and we have one of these in the clinic today. And I was looking up for it's really, really fun. So for low progesterone, you can use oregano, thyme, or grapefruit oil. Grapefruit oil is also really great for helping raise your glutathione levels. Glutathione levels are your happy hormones. The other thing was testosterone, Madagascar vanilla on the wrists are things that can help improve your numbers. So having a book like this really helps you to understand, and as you research it for yourself, figure out what works for you and for your body, and just like incorporating it naturally in has just been a beautiful thing. So I love that, Mary. That's awesome.
I do love that. And mine, I also love learning about what oils support our emotions. So as we're teaching this, we're giving you oils that support different parts so that your body can heal naturally, right? Or your emotions can be supported naturally. So those small ins. So one of the small ins I'm going to ask you guys to do is I'm going to ask you to small in to one or more of our upcoming classes. And I'm going to drop those links We have some phenomenal classes. Take it to the next step. Invite a friend or two. I know that I'm going to be looking through my oils, and in the next couple of weeks, we're going to find some fun ways to share those oils with people who are attending our classes. That is one thing that we got away from when we went to virtual versus in person, right? Is sharing the oils. And so we want to get back to some of that. So the small in, register for the class and share them.
Yes. All right. Thank you guys for joining us for Wednesday Wellness. Small in, join one of our, make sure you register to join our class so you get the information. I will tell you, you have to like step through. A lot of people are like, well, I got the email, but I didn't see, you actually have to like push the button that takes you to another part. It's kind of, until we find a better way to get our free tickets out there, this is the way we have to do it. So please make sure you are going through the whole process to get into our classes.
That's true. Click through the email and then it will say participation link, and that gets you to the class. So that's a great reminder as well.
And then share with us what your small wins are.
Oh yeah. And I'm also going to, I know I'm all over the place today. I also dropped the live guide in the comments, so you can get some ideas of some other small ins. So I love that. Look at the live guide, choose a small in.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.